shops on the Shuhada Street. And there was a public committee that investigated what happened in the Goldstein massacre. One of the Supreme Court judges, the most honorable one, Shamgar, his name, he was the head of that committee. They found out a couple of very interesting things. First of all, they asked all the soldiers that served around the tomb of the patriarch during Goldstein massacre. They asked them, why the hell didn't you stop him? Because Baruch Goldstein fired 5 magazines. I don't know if you ever fired a gun in your life, but to fire 5 magazines takes a couple of minutes. Fired 29 bullets each magazine, and you need to change it. And he stopped only because he had a jam in his gun. That's why he stopped. He had a lot more magazines on him. And they asked him, hey soldiers, you were serving in the tomb of the patriarch. You saw a settler standing with a Galil rifle, standard IDF rifle, shooting at Palestinians. Why didn't you stop him? And they told the committee that it's against the rules of engagement of the army in the West Bank. And that committee, and they're publishing, it's the only time in the Israeli history that it was allowed to talk about the rules of engagement that soldiers have in the West Bank. Because it's under the security law, it means you can't write about it in newspaper, who soldiers can shoot or not, and you can talk about it in lectures and everything until the Shamgar committee, because they published it and they broke the law. And every soldier that serves in the West Bank can, you memorize it by heart, so everybody knows it. So I will explain to you why they didn't shoot Baruch Goldstein. The laws of engagement says like this: if as a soldier I see a Palestinian with a gun, or with a Molotov bottle, or with a stone, or with a knife, and he's walking in a suspicious way, or he's walking towards me, or he's getting next to a settler, I have the authorization to shoot and kill. Okay? If he only has one of them, only a Molotov bottle, or only walking suspiciously, I can shoot from the knees down to stop him. Okay? That's the rules of engagement according to all Palestinians. But if as a soldier I see a settler, an Israeli citizen, a settler, shooting at Palestinians, I can't stop him. It's not allowed. Even more than that. If an Israeli settler will fire at me as a soldier, I can't fire back. It's illegal to fire back. I need to, and this is what they told you in the army, you need to hide behind the rock or something, to wait until the settler will run out of bullets or he has a jam in his gun, and then stop him in a non-lethal way. It means you can beat him and everything, but not to kill him.
And that's still until today?
And still until today. You can go on B'Tselem, B'Tselem organization on YouTube, and you have lots of videos over there that you can see settlers standing firing at Palestinians, and the soldiers standing next to them and ask them, please stop, please stop. Okay? It's a ridiculous situation.
So it's better to lose an IDF soldier than to lose a settler for the Israeli government?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Why the settlers are so powerful?
Yeah, and another thing, Baruch Goldstein fired a standard IDF weapon, a Galil rifle. Where the hell that he got a Galil rifle? There is a law in Israel that says that if you are a private citizen, not a soldier or policeman, you cannot carry around or even own an automatic weapon. Not like, let's say in the US, that you can have everything that you want in your own house. In Israel, you can only have weapon with a bolt. It means a gun, or like the rifles from the Second World War, carabine, This is everything that you can have. But if you're a settler, you can carry an automatic weapon. And you don't buy it, you get it from the IDF. And the IDF teaches you how to use it. And settlers, they have firing ranges in their settlements. And IDF gives them ammunition, and guns, and training, and radios, and everything so they could protect themselves. But they are citizens, they are not soldiers. Okay, there is the moral code of the army. No, because they are citizens, they can do whatever they want. Okay, so I can tell you from my personal experience, that is very confusing as a soldier, because you see a settler doing something bad, but it's the only person in our country that can carry the same weapon that I carry. They have radios and they hear everything that I speak on the radio, but They are civilians. They are not soldiers. So that's another thing that the Shamgar Committee pointed out to the Israeli public. There is a very, very, very interesting documentary. It's called The Hangman. It's the settlers from one of the settlers in Hebron that was inside the tomb of the patriarch thought it's a Palestinian terrorist that is firing, not Baruch Goldstein. So when he saw a man running with a gun to go back to the synagogue, Baruch Goldstein tried to escape. He shut the door in his face, and that's why the Palestinians managed to kill Baruch Goldstein. And he tells that story from a very, very interesting point of view. It's called The Hangman. You can find it online. And that man that shut the door in Baruch Goldstein's face is the same man that he was a policeman, the same man that hung Adolf Eichmann in 1960. Adolf Eichmann, I don't know if you know the story about Adolf Eichmann. So it's the same man. It's like, and he did all kinds of things in his life. It's like the Israeli Forrest Gump. Really, it's a really interesting. It's a really interesting documentary. Okay.